Hey everyone, welcome to JOCO Outdoors. I'm Brian, and today we're going to be talking about mock scrapes. Before we get started on that, if you're new to the channel, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to go on there, like the channel, share our videos, comment, hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time we put a video up. We try to put a video up every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you guys be looking for that. Today we're going to be talking about mock scrapes. I've been hunting over mock scrapes for probably about 3 or 4 years now, and everybody does them differently. You know, I've been watching a lot here lately where you get some guys, they'll go out and they'll get a big old long stick with a short piece of rope about like that, tie it to a limb and just let it hang down, and hey, it looks great. That's something new that I want to try, but this is what I'm used to doing because that's not with a dripper. This is with a dripper. We're going to do a mock scrape demonstration with a dripper. Here we have our Magnum scrape dripper from Wildlife Research Centers. We'll leave a link in the description below for that so you guys can go check it out. On average, they're anywhere between $8 and $12, depending on where you buy them at. Usually you can find them on Amazon pretty cheap. But today we're going to talk about this. I love hunting over mock scrapes. And the reason being is scrapes are a communication language for deer. Deer don't just make scrapes during the rut. You will see dominant bucks scrape like crazy during the rut because he is claiming his territory. Typically where you see scrapes, you'll also see a rub line if it's a dominant buck, claiming his territory. But outside of the rut, early bow season, I've seen does make scrapes as a way of communication to say, hey, it's safe over here, or there's food over here, or maybe a mature doe, a dominant doe, is saying, hey, this is my location and my herd's location. So it's a communication language for the deer, and if we can trick them on that, not necessarily trick them, but calm them down in a sense to make them think that it's okay to be in that area, then that's what I want to do. So we're going to demonstrate how to do that today. Now, inside this dripper, what we do is we put some kind of scent lure inside there. If you're in the off season, and if you're like early bow season, something like that, you can fill it up with doe urine if you want to. Me personally, I use dominant buck lure even in bow season. It kind of gives a calming scent for the bucks to come in and say, okay, there are other bucks walking through here. What we use the Phillips Outdoors dominant buck urine. You can find this on phillipsoutdoorscents.com or his eBay store. We'll also leave a link in those in the description below. So we use that, and then during the rut, I do something different. And I just tried this year. I had plenty of results as far as the camera goes. During the rut, I started using rut and buck and doe and heat. And I mix these two together. I do half and half. Now, this is a 4-ounce bottle. So you fill this up 4 ounces. It's actually a little bit more than 4 ounces, but you want to have a big enough air pocket in there for barometric pressure to push the fluid out of the tube right here. Okay? So that's what happens. You put 4 ounces of fluid in here, which is about right there. And then you have the rest of this that builds up barometric pressure to push the liquid out onto the ground. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this scrape real quick, and then I'm going to explain location and why you want to pick certain locations, okay? So real quick, we're going to get in to show you how I do my mock scrapes, the way I do them. I've got this stick right here. I want to try to leave my scent out of this mock scrape as much as possible. Now you're real close to it, so you're probably going to get some scent on it in some way, shape, or form. But the least amount of my scent I can leave on there, the better off that scrape's going to do. So I have this little pine, little piece of limb that I found on the ground. Okay, I'm going to use this to scrape the ground as if the deer was scraping. All right, so we're going to come over here. I'm going to show you how I do it. You want to do about a 2 foot by 2 foot. okay? Just a 2 foot diameter, okay? That's typically how they do it. It's about 2 foot, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here where all these leaves are and you're gonna start scraping them out, all right? You wanna get down to the bare dirt, okay? Just start scraping like this. Any of this vegetation, you wanna try to get all that stuff up. Now this is the part where you might have to reach down in there, pull it out. You're gonna get some of your scent in there. I've seen some people use a just a little garden rake. I still like the stick better because it's a natural outside smell. But in a case where you have a bunch of vegetation on the ground, a rake might not be a bad idea. So we're gonna get this out. All right, you want to get it as clean as you can, okay? So we got that pretty clean right there. That's a pretty big spot. All right, so we've got that all cleaned up. Now what we're going to take our Phillips Outdoors scent. We're going to fill it up inside here. I'm not going to do this right now because we're at the end of the season. I've already done this early in the season. So we're at the end of the season now. We're actually outside of season. But you would fill this up. If you want to know more about Phillips Outdoors also, go check our link above right here in the upper right hand corner and you'll see our video on Phillips Outdoors scents and what we use and why we recommend it. So what we do, we fill it up inside here and then you have this little hanger. I've seen some people, and used to, I would find a big limb and I'd try to all up and through there. I don't even do that anymore. Something that Pop taught me, find a limb like this. It's got a little point, you know, little knickknacks on here, small little spots. And I take this and I just wrap the rope around it. And what I did this past year was I wrapped it a couple of times because if the wind starts blowing, it's going to throw this thing all kind of around, just like that. And trust me, we had some horrible windstorms this past season. Typically, this bottle can last you about 4 weeks as long as the wind's not blowing, but I found out that when the wind blows and you have a windstorm come through, you're going to have to come back out here probably a week later and fill it back up. Okay, why did we pick this spot? Well, you have all these licking branches right here. See, when bucks come looking for a spot to you know, mark a scrape, whenever they come looking for a spot to scrape on the ground, they want a spot that has all these licking branches, okay? They're going to come up here, they're going to lick on these things, they'll eat the leaves off of them. You'll even see them in the video here that we're going to show you right here in just a few minutes. You'll even see where we have 2 big bucks that came out and they would rub their antlers on these things. And I'm not talking about just a, you know, like this right here. I'm talking about like a, you know, like something like that. So licking branches are an important thing. Bucks look for that, okay? They look for those types of things. Obviously, you can see this is on a fence. That's another thing. You want to put it on level ground. You don't want it on a hill because a buck's not going to walk on a hill sideways like that. They'll walk down a hill and they're not going to put a scrape downhill or uphill. They're going to put it on level ground. So you want to put it on level ground like this. Put your fluid in there. Wrap it. About 4 ounces of fluid in this dripper. You have barometric pressure come, and the way it works is it should only drip during the daytime and when it's a clear day. If it's raining outside and the temperatures are you know, the barometric pressure's just out of whack, this is not going to drip. It's designed that way. It's designed to drip during hunting hours. Now, does it always bring them out during hunting hours? Absolutely not. It doesn't always happen. A deer is going to move when a deer wants to move. That's one thing you need to understand. But if you can attract them to this area during hunting hours, give it all you got. All right, so we've got all that right here. We've explained to you how to do a mock scrape, the purpose of doing a mock scrape. what we know about it, why we do it. Now we're going to show you some videos. We're going to show you a couple of videos and maybe a few pictures of two pretty big bucks. Might even throw a few in there of some does, and we got another small little buck that came up to them too. We're going to show you those videos real quick and some of those pictures, and show you why we're doing this. And it really does attract them to the location, and it keeps them coming back. That's another reason to use it, is to keep them coming back. All right, so let's take a look at those videos and those pictures real quick. All right, so as you see, those are some pretty big bucks. We've got a big 8-pointer that we called straight 8, and we've got a big, what we counted, we know we counted 13 points. We call him Sticker because he's got a sticker off his G2, okay? Big bucks right there. Never could get them to come out during the daytime, but they kept coming back to these spots. They kept being attracted to these spots. Now what I used in the dripper at that point in time was the doe and heat and the rut and buck. I pour 2 ounces of this, 2 ounces of this, mix it together, put it in the dripper, and you saw it kept them coming back. They kept coming back. You saw where they would rub their antlers up in the limbs and everything. Guys, I believe this stuff works. And if you're new to scrape hunting, try it out. Give it a try. Go get Phillips Outdoors. This stuff works. It keeps drawing them in. Keep doing this stuff. Don't give up just because you've done it, you know, for a few weeks and not seen anything. You'll get some people that, some of you guys might actually kill something the first couple of times you go out there after doing a mock scrape, and then you might get some people that have a bad season all season long. You get pictures of them on camera, you get videos of them on camera, but you're not seeing them, you know, when you're out there. It's part of hunting. Sorry to say that, but you want to keep them coming back. That's the purpose of this, to keep them coming back to this spot. All right? We hope you guys enjoyed everything. Hope you guys learned from this. Go leave a comment below. Okay, tell us what you think about this. Tell us if you do hunt over mock scrapes, what results have you had? How do you do it? What is different in the way you do it compared to how we do it, how we've learned to do it. Share our videos, like our page, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button right now. We appreciate you guys, we love you guys, and remember, this is God's country.